the Cardiff Council Planning Department and the desk of Roger Pugh. I can't take your call at the moment, so please leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Torchwood. More than this.
Miss Cooper, I can't simply abandon my office and go gallivanting off with you. There is due process and procedure to a planning application. Who do you think you are?
A woman who cuts through due process and procedure. Want to help save the world?
What?
Get in.
Most people just assume I'll do whatever they say. They beat you into submission with their self-importance, leaving no room for discussion. Give her her due, Miss Cooper. Gwen, wasn't like that.
Now, where did I...
Keep your eyes on the road, woman!
Fine, fine. If it'll make you more comfortable, then you can get the temporal anchor from my back.
Temporal what?
Up ahead, you see that? That coach and horses, right? It's a temporal incursion, time leakage.
Oh, I thought it was just a tourist thing.
What? If it was a tourist thing, I wouldn't be doing this. Would I? Hey! Wash your mouth out, mate! Tourist thing.
I don't know, do I? There was more. So much more. You think you know the city you live in. I've been here all my life, but the city I saw today, the things that were going on just around the corner. Is it still following us?
Yes, it's still following us. The tranquilizer takes a while to find its brain.
How long? Fine, I thought. Show me then. Show me what Torchwood does. So I went with it. I wish I hadn't.
Big Finish. We love stories.
Hey Gwen, we must stop meeting like this.
Hello, TrainFan44 here, and welcome to my review of Torchwood More Than This, the first video, or second video if you count the introduction video, of Torchwood Month. I'm meaning to get to this audio for a very long time since it came out, but then everything just sort of went haywire. So, let's start with the generals, like the covers and whatnot. We'll start with the presentation and how the audio is presented. So we've got the cover there, we've got, honestly I think this is an absolutely amazing cover. You've got Gwen there, you've got what just looks like she's standing inside the old Torchwood hub, even though she isn't. I'll come on to that in a bit. You've got the side there, you've got the back. If you want to read that, I shall pause it. Side, you got the production credits and the disc, and an advert for the previous releases in the first series of Torchwood. Yes, this audio is quite interesting. It's a good story by itself, but I have one major problem with it. All the audios in the first series of Torchwood featured the committee, or some form of the committee. They sort of all had a play in the committee story arc. This, the finale to the first series of Torchwood, had nothing to do with the committee, and that really annoys me. It's a good story by itself, featuring Gwen, but it's just not a finale to a series. I don't know if that's the intention for the finale, because the next month it was beginning of series 2 and whatnot, but yeah, that really annoys me that it had nothing to do with the committee as all the other releases had. But anyway, yeah. And the story itself it's a good story, featuring and I've got the hint here next to me, Roger Pugh, who works in the counselling. I think I found exactly what it was. And Gwen is trying to get planning permission to build a new Torchwood base, and he doesn't particularly want to give that permission. So Gwen takes him out on her day job working for Torchwood after the events of Forgotten Lives, as she's now rebuilding Torchwood. And Roger Pugh learns about how what Torchwood does and how it all is. One thing that I also really did like about this is that it features PC Andy. And I like that. He's constantly trying to talk to Gwen, and she's just sort of pushing him away. I thought that I think it's a really nice how they include that, and then that sort of led into his announcement of getting his own audio, which I will be reviewing at some point this month. But yeah, it's a really good story, and it features Cardiff University, where because the rift appears to have reopened and aliens starting to come through again, and it's got like little mini adventures that they have to go on before the big one at the end. Acting again brilliant. I thought what's her name? Eve Miles. How can I see Eve Miles' name? She was absolutely amazing as Gwen in this. She's amazing as Gwen in everything. So I honestly can't wait to hear more of Gwen. And Roger Pugh was also quite good. I think Roger, I don't remember if it was Guy Adams as the coachman, because in one of the things they have to try and get this coach. I can't know exactly what happened with the coach, but they were doing something with this coach. I think they had to try and send it back to where it came on, as like an old-fashioned coach that had slipped through the rift and all that. It's hard to explain this audio. And, yeah, I did enjoy it. I do think that to be able to enjoy this properly, you do need the backstory of Forgotten Lives, which I actually prefer. I prefer Forgotten Lives to this one. Mainly I think mainly because it's got Reese in it. Forgotten Lives. I like Reese as a character. He sort of reminds me of Mickey from the TV series. I always feel sort of sorry for him. But yeah, it's a decent audio. Not the best Torchwood audio. I still say that falls to either. Well, at the moment, well. I think I'm gonna say I still say this is my favourite Torchwood audio is Fall to Earth. I still love that audio. But yeah, this is a decent audio. I've listened to more. This is the end of series 2. Series 2. Series 2. That made you look. More than this is the end of series 1. Decent story. I enjoyed it. I would listen to it again. Still, it annoys me that the committee aren't in it. Although maybe they are, and it's just not revealed yet. But yeah, I enjoyed this audio. So yeah, I think that's everything. My next video should be a review of Torchwood: The Victorian Age. So that's everything. 24 out.